Okay, so we're going to review and walk through how I review this MR using GitLab, and we'll talk to you a bit about how I navigate my review workflow and any tools or decisions that I might make along the way. So this MR is about speeding up a spec. And I have previously looked at it before, and the short summary is that there is a way to create certain top-level objects by default and have created objects reference those top-level objects like projects. So if we're creating projects constantly, we can just have a default project, and any kind of records after that, say a merge request, automatically is attached, has that project as a parent. So we can see that in the merge request description, this is rather well done. We can see the before takes 4 minutes and the after is 2 minutes, which is great. So this has been reviewed previously by a reviewer, and I'm reviewing as a maintainer, so I'm going to step through and look at the unresolved threads to see what open discussions are there. So we'll just click next to jump on the next unresolved thread. This can be resolved. Let's jump to the next one. Can this use the default project? We can't because it changes that. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Are there docs for this? Yes. Okay, I've read this docs, so we can resolve that. Jump back to this. Okay, let's jump back to the first one, which I've already read. Jump again, sorry. Okay, this is another question, but related to the other one, which is that. So again, same thing, but I'll look into that later. Okay, now let's look at the diff. Haven't I resolved this already? Yes, I have. Yeah, so I could kind of collapse this, but there's a few, so it's probably easier to just refresh the whole page and go back to the diff. The diff is collapsed. It's only 59 or 100 lines. Why is it collapsed? Okay, let's expand it because I do want to read it. So yeah, this is very interesting. It seems to set a new metadata for the aspect, but I've already previously read that, so I'm okay with it. As I kind of mentioned here, I previously looked at this MR already, and the discussion around introducing that new metadata standard was previously discussed here, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's keep going. So this project create default. So this is not using the default. This is using a new zone project. I wonder why. Doesn't say why. So we'll put a brief here. Oh, just a question. I'm going to the next diff. I accidentally expanded, so to keep going. Okay, this is similar as well. Kind of don't want to have to expand again, so I'm gonna open up the file at that SHA and then search for line 837. So we're creating a new merge request. Oh, it's other merge request. I see, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. So we want the other merge request to be a different project. Okay, that's fine. And then let project, create project. I'm creating a different project here. I think it's because of the source project. I think that's okay. Yep. And when the project has an external issue tracker, yeah. And then that's I'm trying to have different source projects and target projects. Same. Just keep going. That's similar as well. Yeah, we already have a light P at the top level, so that's redundant. It's similar too. It's the same too. So we want the source project here. Okay. Oh, we can do a bootstrap. Let's review the decision. Oh, yeah, that's a praise. Yeah, that makes sense. Because this seems like a Boolean method, so we don't need a persistent object. And I wonder this can be bootstrapped, but that's something I'll have to. Yep. View. Oh, yeah, so we want a different project here that only allows MWPS. That makes sense. And over here we have a different type of project, and same here as well. Same here too. We want a different type of project. And then we come to this. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Okay, so that mostly makes sense. I have a few open questions in addition to the two unresolved threads. Very similar thread though, so let's take a look at one briefly. I want to run this spec, say with a like slightly manipulate this to see what's going on. So being able to copy the path is quite useful. So click that copy path button. And run 2993. Branch in my own. So I want the branch name. Go to the overview page and scroll around to see the branch. Copy that. Okay. I already have the file open. Good. So in a diff here, we're suggesting to perhaps use the default project. So let's try it out and see what fails, right? So and then that. All right, I stopped, paused the recording because the spec was taking a while to run rather than making you wait. So it passed. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on because it kind of seems to work. Yes, the issue was more that this spec will affect other specs. So let's run the whole spec. Okay, so I've run the whole spec and indeed we do get failures because presumably the project has been modified due to this. So that's quite the trap. Okay, so that is legitimate. So yeah, so that is kind of a slice of how I perform one round of code review. So potentially I will need to explore more each of these cases and figure out what recommendations can I give and submit the review. I'm not going to submit it now because I still need to do more research on this. So, but potentially when I submit this, I will also, in addition to finishing the review, I will also make a kind of a summary comment as well, stating what are the major things to address next. Cool, thanks.